Good morning guys, how are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, we will go over to the charts. So the 4-hour time frame, as you can see, we got rejected by the underside of this box. And then you can kind of see very short term, we've got a bit of a trend line going on here. So we are at that trend line now as well. So we've got one or two options. We lose this trend line and then we come down and test 11,000 again and have to decide if we're going to hold it for a second time. Or, second time recently, obviously we tested it before, or we are going to bounce off this trend line, take out 11,500 and start to make some better progress to the upside, taking out this high, obviously, as well as this resistance level. So that literally, I mean, that pretty much sums up the whole analysis for today, really. That is literally what we're looking for. Either we lose this and we potentially come down to 11,000, and then do we bounce or do we break it, or we get supported pretty much right here, right where we are now, move back up, take out the highs of this wick and also this horizontal, and then, well, the next level is potentially this horizontal here that we'll extend, which is only really the midpoint of this zone, but then obviously more importantly the top of this zone, which would be, if we took that out, would obviously be higher than here and higher than this high. So we would finally print a higher high, which would obviously be very good and would probably see us get to 12,000. And I mean, I would guess we'll take it out, but maybe play out this zone a little bit. So and then just to make clear the downside, if we don't hold 11,000 the next time, if we lose this trend line, then well, you'd kind of have to say there's a good chance, a better than a zero chance, put it that way, a relatively decent chance we will lose this level, and 10,600 is the next level. And so far as talking about 10,600 and talking about sort of rectangular box formations, consolidation patterns, I mean, we could end up just it being in a larger one, but we'll have to see realistically what happens in the price action as we go along. We'll have a quick look at the 12-hour and daily, see if anything is anything looking obvious to us here. Just waiting for the TD sequential to load, which apparently doesn't want to load. Two of the indicators don't want to load. Why is that? Are they going to load this time? Yes, they are. So back over to the 12-hour. Are they going to load on the 12-hour? Yeah. So yes, as you can see, we had that 9, that daily, the 12-hour 9 did give us a nice little bounce, but obviously it was a short-lived bounce, and we obviously took us down lower in the price. And today we have that daily 9 candle, which I kind of said, we don't necessarily have to accelerate down lower than this 11,000, and that wouldn't be what I would expect to happen. I think this big range candle is the move, but I could be wrong on that. I could be wrong. I definitely could be wrong, but I do think we will just sort of consolidate here, and then we will push back up based off this daily 9. That would be what I think would look most natural, basically, for price action, would be the most likely. That probably, if we do start to move up, would turn daily Stokes up and get 12-hour Stokes going to the upside, where they are currently faltering, and would get 10-hour going back up again, and clearly would keep 4-hour going up. So I mean, there's quite a lot at stake here, really, but there would be quite a lot of confirmations if we do get back above 11,500. That could really give us a good shot to get back to 12,000, and then either break that or at least consolidate at highs, obviously a lot higher than where we are now. So yeah, that is it, really. Stock market futures just hanging in where they were about the closers. Gold and silver roughly hanging in where it was. Dollar roughly hanging in around where it was. We'll just get the dollar up real quick. As you can see, basically just sort of hanging around where it was yesterday. But I mean, this clearly got a bearish bias. So I mean, it doesn't have to come down, but it does look like this is going to come down, which would obviously aid Bitcoin in its quest above 11,500, and then above obviously this 11,900 area. So yeah, that is it, guys. Thank you for listening. Remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys later on today.